Hello everybody, my name is Memo. This is my channel, FancyMemo. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, am I excited? I've been waiting for years for this very moment because today I will be reacting to the new Rich Brian album, Where Is My Head? Rich Brian, Indonesian rapper, just released his third studio album, an album that took 6 years to make. 6 years since The Sailor, which is my favorite project from Rich Brian. It is a very good album. It's great, even very underrated. So is Amen. I do love Amen. I'm a Rich Brian fan. I love his music. It's been so long since he's released a new album that, over the years maybe my hype died down a bit, but still I am excited to check out this album. I've been enjoying a lot of the singles that have been released. I am kind of confused on the direction this album is gonna go into because the singles have been so different, but that kind of adds more excitement for me because I really don't know what to expect from this album. I will say I better be getting an amazing album from Rich Brian because it has been so long since he's made an album. So if it's ass, then what was the point of these last 6 years? But I'm sure it's gonna be great. He's put a lot of time and energy into this. He even produced the whole thing, so I'm sure he took a lot of care into every track. I'm sure it's gonna be a good listen, but there's only one way to find out, and that's by actually listening to the album. So let's do that. But before we do, if you like music related content like this, please subscribe, since that is what I do here. If you're already subscribed and you want more of this for some reason, check out my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If you like basketball, more specifically NBA basketball, I have a basketball podcast. It's called Above the Rim Rundown, where we run down all things NBA. Check it out if you're interested. But yeah, I am ready. Rich Brian, Where Is My Head? Let's go. Man, I actually can't believe I am here about to react to a Rich Brian album. That's insane. It's insane. It's been so long. Alright, first track. I'm gonna mispronounce this. It is called Senja or Senja. I don't know. Let's go. Okay, some Indonesian, I'm assuming.
They never seen one like me. He been around, but he's still gonna be longer when part of it's keeping his peace. Gotta have better control on the urges the way that she using the keys. Holding my breath, paying my rent out of my advance. Always said that all this shit is nonsense. She is perfect 10, I was gonna ban.
Oh my god.
Schedule can't relax. In the past I fucked around, I got a chosen bad guy. Seeing folks popping up, showing face, not no more, I'm around. 24 with a pen like 4-8, been in my suitcase.
Alright. Not a bad start, not bad at all. What is bad is that I did not fix my pillows. Let me fix that real quick. Better. Yeah, I really enjoyed this track. It was very serene listen. The instrumental is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. The fact that he produced this is crazy. I like how they introduced the album with someone singing in Indonesian. I don't know the language, so I don't know what was said, but it sounded nice. It sounded real good. Rich Brian had a pretty good long verse, kind of going over some of the bumps in the road throughout the years, but it seems like things are getting better and he's learning from what has happened in the past. I really like the intense beat switch, like in the halfway point of the track. So far, there's a lot to love off of the first track. Let's see if I continue loving this project with the next track that is called Body High, featuring Toro y Moi. Alright, this one just feeling a little summery.
Said we got the future in our fingers. I hit the cupid or do better, sit right near the window.
You need a lot of things, so if you could, reciprocate that, that'd be great. But, no pressure.
That's so real.
Hold on a second.
Ooh. Cool breezy track. I said it felt very summery. I felt like the first line in the chorus, though, kind of describes the production very well. You feel like windows rolled down on Sunday and the wind on my face. That's what I feel like listening to this track. You know, just good vibes in general. I thought Rich Brian's performances were pretty good. He's singing a bit here. He had a nice rap verse as well. A lot of what he's talking about is trying to be with this girl, hoping that she likes him. I do wish Toro y Moi had a bigger contribution. He had like a few lines here and there within the chorus and within like a verse, so it would have been nice to hear more from Toro y Moi, but it is what it is. Alright, solid track. Let's jump into no pun intended, Jumpy. Let's jump into Jumpy featuring Mask The Slump God. This is a banger. I've heard it before, but let's listen to it together like a family. Let's go. I always thought the intro was Thundercat for some reason, but he's not credited at all. But it sounds like Thundercat.
Hey, put him in pain. I got that melody shaking that cranium crazy, but this time I'm not gonna sing. Can't do the winter red if you to go to me, not turn into the crocodile apartment suit for the Titans. I ain't got a blanket, we gotta get the cuddling. I fell in love with the smell of the stew, just tasted the glue and then started to change.
I fell in love with the manifest, not talking cannabis when I say who want smoke. I'm not an analyst, it's clear to see that you shaking like got a pisser on a boat. Bitch, okay, let me paint the picture. Murder scene when I rap like I'm Jack the Ripper. Thought that they could try me while I'm very bewildered, about to burn a nigga like a calorie from a sit-up, little bitch.
I just realized he's playing with a Rubik's Cube in the background. I've got a Rubik's Cube right here. I'm gonna solve it while listening to the album from now on. But yeah, overall, great track. I think this has Rich Brian's best rapping performance by far out of the, 4 or 5 singles he dropped. He dropped a lot of singles before this album. I believe this is his best rapping performance for sure. I thought Mask The Slump God absolutely killed it, as you'd expect. Like, this guy is such a witty and clever lyricist. I really like the Hank Hill line. That was funny. The Ric Flair shout out was cool. Like, he's so clever with those references. I'm just a big fan of his. I like the grimy, like, nocturnal sounding beat. It sounds evil as hell, even though it starts off very beautiful, kind of jazzy, with a Thundercat like bass line at the beginning. Overall, I've been really enjoying the track. One of my favorite singles from Rich Brian this year for sure. Let's now listen to Took a Breath. Sounding dreamy. Okay.
She know me now, then she hurt me like my dentist. It's something about where you smile at all my senses. Couple years I ain't seen outside for you.
Oh my god.
I could give my life for you. I can't change this whole thing.
Oh, the background vocals there, adding some depth to the track here. Oh my god, that sounds good.
Flower patterns on the rug, I see the light from up above. She kissing on my neck because
this is the Brian, right?
I see the world.
This singing here is really good. Yeah, gorgeous song. That's for sure one of my favorites so far within this track list. I thought the instrumental was beautiful from the start. It seems like Rich Brian is rapping about this girl that he's like thinking about, like reminiscing over his time with this girl. I thought it was very interesting how in his last verse he pitched down his vocals. It sounded like a totally different person, but still was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. And the singing here, probably his best singing performance so far in his career. I mean, maybe he's gonna surprise me with a even better performance later on in the track list, but man, the chorus was beautifully sung. You could tell that he really worked on that throughout the years. So yeah, great job from him so far. I've got the whites and I got the this like row at the bottom. I'll try to get these parts done during Butterfly, which was one of the other singles. I don't remember if I reacted to this or not. I have no clue, but I have talked about this. I have listened to this before, but let's just listen to it now together like a family. Let's go.
Y'all don't have my pity. She the only bitch that make me clingy. Spending all this bread making me feel like I've been sinning. Rolling up, pulling up. I cannot build a lens, feeling loose. Feeling good, then I'm thinking what could have been. Back in 2010, I wanted to get me some friends. And in 2024, I want out to copy some land. I'm out there, I got hard as a buzz, I guess. Two-faced, I put it to the side. Y'all don't have my pity. She the only bitch that make me clingy. Spending all this bread making me feel like I've been sinning. All your hoes too shy to get a new vibes feeling. I ain't been in one fight, but it gon' bleed over my bitch. Time flies and the sun rises, nothing like it. Now I'm out there, I got hard as a buzz, I guess.
Y'all don't have my pity. She the only bitch that make me clingy.
Spending all this bread making me feel like I've been sinning.
Alright, great track. I love the production here. It's very upbeat, kind of poppy, kind of synthy. There's Brian over here rapping about a girl once again and how much he likes her and feels like attached to her, basically. A lot of relationship talk so far within the album, which was expected. You know, this was one of the singles to the album, so I wonder if that continues on the next track, but I doubt it. The next track is Fat Cats, Starving Dogs with Maxo Kream. I'm hyped. And look at this. I'm almost done. I'm almost done here. By the end of the song, I'll have it solved.
Stop in the rain, I pick up the pen. The calm and the solitude, humble the man. Recoup on my loss, the darker the valley, the bigger the plan, the bigger the tour, and the bigger the
oh my god, he's just going in.
They say scale. I ain't seen a school hall, but I pray to God my babies go to Yale.
Killing niggas, I been killing. Maxo.
Oh yeah.
Maxo, walk a flocker with the chopper, shoot his grandmother.
Oh yeah.
Mama, hibachi chopsticks, serving beanie, Honda, shark up in the water.
Oh yeah.
Pistol packing, bout that action, never lacking, get it cracking. I swallowed the nuts like Milky Way, speeding down the interstate, easy.
Can't have my trust back, like check your return policy.
Great hype track. This track went hard. It went hard, except for the outro. The outro was a nice change of pace, a nice serene way to end off a very energetic and aggressive track with both Rich Brian and Maxo Kream really going in. They went off on this track. I feel like this is a bit more of a braggadocious track for Rich Brian. I really like the RZA shout out here, saying RZA prayed for the boy on the wax. I was never meant to fail. Kind of a Chance the Rapper I met Kanye West, I'm never gonna fail moment. So hopefully he doesn't fail. Hopefully his next album doesn't end up being as bad as The Big Day. Kind of funny tangent here. The last time Rich Brian dropped an album, Chance the Rapper dropped The Big Day. The Big Day and The Sailor dropped on the same day. And 6 years later, after both of these artists haven't dropped since, they both came back on the exact same day. Chance the Rapper dropped Starline this Friday. Rich Brian dropped this album, Where Is My Head, this past Friday. So very weird coincidence there, but pretty cool. Maxo Kream came through sounding menacing as ever. He did his thing. I like Maxo Kream, so I'm happy to hear him on this track. Let's move on to the next track, which is Little Ray of Light. I believe this was the first single to the album. I for sure did a track react to this track when it was first released. You guys can check that out if you want, but I'm still gonna listen to it now with you guys together like a family. Let's go. I can't stay for far too long. Those walls has turned us to ghosts. The light in my eyes that's blinded.
Give a fuck about temperatures I see
from my eyes.
Know I hurt you, but then again, this shit's never been fair at all. Used to dress you in innocence, better rep somewhere in the fall. Those walls has turned us to ghosts. The light in my eyes now has blinded. I went too hard for your love. I went too hard for your touch. I went too hard for your love. I went too
I don't know if you can tell, but I really enjoy that track. I think I've been enjoying it more and more since my original listen. This is yet again another relationship track from Rich Brian. On this track, he does a very good job at balancing the rapping and the singing. He even does some melodic rapping at one point. I think the instrumental is absolutely beautiful with those strings. Dude, I love strings. Quickest way to my heart. Adding some strings into your instrumental, I'm automatically going to love it. And yeah, I straight up just love this track. Nice to sing to, very serene, very pretty, gorgeous track. Let's listen to the next track. It's called Ma.
Sorry, I might be single to 40. Couple of months, I might just take it back because all of these hoes can be boring.
You should probably put this
is yours. I do not fuck with the pills and the powder. I don't do the cinnamon challenge. I don't vacate when I need the chill, man. I just go home to my parents. My daddy been growing some grays. I feel like a piece of shit. Please don't ask me to go to your wedding. I miss my sister's bitch. As a matter of fact, I miss my brothers too, and that shit look lit.
Oh wow.
Bitch, I'm a deadbeat uncle. My niece think I live in that screen. I was trying to make it back.
Wow, that's heavy.
Should've been home for my brother's son. I've been working, bitch. I'm not one and done. Finally flew back to Jakarta since that first verse. Not linking up with friends. All I got left to me is Serpents. I went back to the house. I've been in this bitch. My nephew looking tall as shit. Total world is my home, but I feel so the opposite. I was trying to make it home. I promise. You never gave me hard time, but I'm sorry.
Okay, wow, for sure. The most vulnerable track yet. Rich Brian going over how he feels like he's not there for his family. He missed his sister's wedding, his brother's wedding because of like visa issues. He basically hasn't been able to see his family because of visa issues. I think also because of work as well. I think he mentioned that. And because of those reasons, he wasn't able to see his parents, his family, his nieces, nephews, and feels very guilty about that, even though it's not entirely his fault. For sure, like one of my favorite tracks so far, one of the most well-written tracks as well. Really enjoyed that one. Next track is called Serpents. He mentioned Serpents in the last track, so are we gonna learn more about that in this one? Probably. We'll see. Let's go. What is this beat? Sounds like an old video game soundtrack. Cool. I think I see the vision.
Balance is 2016, my dollars in the locker room, bitches Yao Ming, my telly got the size to adjust celibate. She's sucking on the carpet, I call it icing. And I dropped again, you missed the shot, I pulled the pin, I pick your thoughts, I smell a bit, you say you hot. Ice can melt before you glow trot.
What the hell's going on?
Trying to tell these people that I'm back again. It's packed again. My schedule and my stock and pins are never left. I wrote my fate. Your ink is spent. Let's not pretend my word around. Trying to copy my business. You can't even emulate the full sentence. Everyone a fashion killer these days. So fast, rock a holiday Virgil these days. You been here, you don't got what it takes. When I take my sense, it ain't safe. Snake slither rock all in their face. Couple long beats and y'all feeling my pain. For the neck, bitch, give me that brain.
That was insane. I don't know how to entirely feel about that one. I think with more listens I'll enjoy it, but the beat caught me off guard at first. It went through a lot of changes though, but at first it sounded like a old video game, like 8-bit soundtrack, and then it became like more intense throughout the rest of the track. So did Rich Brian. Like he started off, I guess, somewhat tame, and then became more and more menacing as the track continues. Again, don't really know how I feel about that one, but it was interesting. Next track is called Bumpy Road, featuring Redveil. This should be good.
Yeah, I've been blinded by my own lies. Balanced with some steady conversations with the most high. Skin looking glassy than a bitch, I guess he listening. And I was so cold you thought it was the pen that I'm breathing. Hope you find your peace better now that I'm piecing up.
I try to see you grow, but it's goodbye for now. You know I don't like being alone. Throwing some glasses, they tinted with a bit of rose. Cause even passions won't get the tears up off my clothes. I am the gravel that sit up on a bumpy road. If you could imagine, leading everybody home, but staying they past. The smog in the wind that you can easily smell. With fail trying to play perfect, I don't think you can sell that.
Man, I don't wanna have to pick between you and my New Year's resolutions. How I go from seeing you to not seeing improvements.
I just heard you approach again while I play stoic. Thankful for the memories, but never let you know it.
Long ago, I tried to go back home.
And today we're talking
Oh, is that him when he was a kid? Okay, a good track. Very interesting beat choice, having redveil rap over something like this. Like, I know he doesn't just rap over like drumless, mic-esque, Earl Sweatshirt-esque production, but that's like what I'm familiar with redveil, like his early stuff. But yeah, redveil killed it on this. I really like the like imagery within his verse, like the way he starts things off. Like, he really does a great job painting a picture. You know, I don't like being alone. Throw on some glasses, they tinted with a bit of rose. Cause even passions won't get the tears up off my clothes. I am the gravel that sit up on a bumpy road. That is so well written. I like that a lot, and he was great like throughout the entire verse. Rich Brian was good as well, but yeah, redveil definitely took that one. I wouldn't say it's a wash, but he definitely did have the better rapping performance here. Shout out to Daisy World. That is who's credited on Genius for the chorus. So shout out to you. I know we're going to be listening to her very soon. But right now we're going to listen to Timezones. This is a hefty track. A long one. So strap in. Let's go.
Memories of the kitchen in the back of mama's cat face. Sweaty fingers, long hair. I'm dropping off the entree. It's 10 p.m. in Indo. About to talk to homies and I met him through the signals. Met 1 to 12 and his name was Pete. When my English was kinda off, he make fun of me. He said, listen, the childish Gary, no, he dropped the project. And so I did. Sat there as the 808s hit me. Never loved music, but this one just really fit me. She was cool though. Turns out she was into me too. So we started dead. I cannot wait to meet you. My brother, 5 years older, rebellious cat, yeah, he's a cigarette smoker. Little brother Brian would complain about the odor. In reality, I didn't want to see him smoking. I was always honest with him, aka giving shit. Mama's heart is looking fragile, so why you breaking it? Man, you tripping, man, I'm just living. Parents had a higher standing cause it was religious. Red cups, kissing on the lens while she's scheduling her classes. We were just kids, man, we didn't have the answers. Long paragraph, I read that shit in silence. She broke it off, our anniversary, erased it from the calendars, big deal. Next day, looking through her Snapchat, nothing weird about it, just checking where my ex at. All I saw was red cups, how she go on party just a day after the breakup. Start to feel the water slowly falling on my tear ducts. Then she told me, I was with my friends and we were drunk, so last night I went to a party and fucked someone. Stop, please, my stomach.
Oh, I love how the intensity picks up within the production.
My brother finally called me back like, what is up? I told him, bitch, I wanna go and hit the club. He said, cool, get ready, I'ma pick you up. We in Jakarta, give no fucks if I'm not old enough. I'm taking shots after shots after shots, even though there ain't no red solo cuffs. Looking all around me, hella girls, it's time to block. I just wanna kiss somebody, I don't wanna fuck. Pretty face and boy, her chest is big, she got Yosemites. Looking like the one that really could fulfill my fantasy. I didn't see no fireworks, but I saw everything that I've been missing. Her lipstick was like strawberry and whiskey. Finally made it to the US and met my friends that I used to call when I was too scared to leave my nest. You let me out my shell and I ain't even met you. I hope one day we cross our paths in our adventures. Y'all the reason I walked on that plane on my own. Cause back then you helped the boy feel like he belonged. And now his country loves it when he's singing these songs, telling these stories, proving all of his opponents they wrong. Thanks to all my friends in different time zones.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. What a track. Man, he killed it. This is his Wilshire. You know, Tyler the Creator's Wilshire. This is his Wilshire. This is the climax of this album. This is amazing. Oh my god, what a storytelling track. He had me captivated the entire time. He had me locked in, reading these lyrics, listening to his words, listening to his story, listening to what he went through. And wow, he did it so well. Not only was he captivating, but he was able to have some like funny lines in there as well to break up the tension, but always finds a way to bring it back as well and continue adding on to the intensity when needed, right? There were portions where even the production itself like amped up and added on to like the anxiety and the intensity that matched with Rich Brian's lyrics and what he was saying. So yeah, incredible job from Rich Brian here, talking about his friends from different time zones and how they basically helped him become the man that he is today by going over this very long story about meeting this girl and getting his heart broken and getting out of his comfort zone after getting his heart broken and just experiencing life to the fullest after all of that. And he dedicates everything basically, like he basically ends up thanking his friends from different time zones for helping turn him into the person he is today. So wow, what an amazing job. That was incredible job by Rich Brian. That is for sure one of his best songs ever. Best writing, best storytelling. The production was insane, matched the energy of his lyrics, of his storytelling. It was done perfectly. That is a perfect track right there. How can you follow a track up like that? Next track, he has Is It, featuring Charlotte Day Wilson and Daisy World.
Flowers at your door, they don't know our love is hard. You don't like to fly, but our time does. If only I could slow it for you. Honey, take a sip of my devotion. I wanna fill you up and feel you. Does she make you smile more than I can? It still keeps me up dreaming at night. You turn me to the guy that you wanted me to be. Oh, the wild, play the way the weather turned cold.
Alright, not a bad track, but I want to say I loved it. My biggest issue with this one is the singing from Rich Brian. When you compare it to a Charlie Day Wilson or a Daisy World, there's a night and day difference. They just sound so much better than Rich Brian that by comparison, Rich Brian became the weakest link on the track. Definitely not his best performance there, but maybe with more listens I'll like it more. But yeah, there was just too big of an obvious difference from singing ability when we got the Rich Brian part and going into the Charlotte Day Wilson part. There was a striking difference that did bother me, because like we had this weaker part and then we got like something a lot better. So maybe I'll like it more later on, but at the moment I feel like that's my least favorite track so far. Next track we got She, featuring Kurtis Wells.
Fuck my girl, cause if you did, she wasn't mine. Did you really see me in my soul, or is it dollar signs? My therapist just quit his job, I only got my songs. He said I got a tendency for saving all these hoes. Man, how you gonna fuck up a good thing? You question every move she make, no matter what proof brings. I can't even get in my groove, Lord. Would've worked that out if I just walked in her shoes more.
Alright, not bad. I really liked the chorus from Kurtis Wells. I liked his vocals. Rich Brian was again talking about a relationship, about how he fumbles girls, how his type is apparently girls from broken home. You know, kind of standard stuff here. Nothing too crazy. I do enjoy it, but we have like a lot of tracks similar to this already throughout the track list. I wouldn't say I would get rid of it because I do enjoy this one, but still, we're recycling themes here. Next track, we've got Oh Well. I believe this was a single. I think I listened to this before. I'm pretty sure I have. I guess I'll find out. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard this before.
I see you again.
gorgeous track right there. I like the singing from Rich Brian. I like the additional vocals from Daisy World. She is credited here on Genius for this track. Beautiful track. I've listened to it several times. I've really been enjoying this one, even though I forgot I did listen to this one already. We've finally made it to the last track, so let's jump into it. It's called Jelly Air Island. It is the shortest track here, which is very interesting. I hope we're not getting like a lackluster ending, but we'll see, I guess. Let's go.
I've been hurt, I've been wrong, but I'm still blessed. I'ma let my heart speak, it's time to let my pen rest. Real talk, we ain't fucking if you got a man. When my AC broken, only time I'm sleeping with a fan. I get tipsy off a beer. The shit I'm putting out in 50 years, you ain't got a great dig, it's still here. 25, I'm still here, I'll never sell my soul. When I'm dropping, only time I miss is when I bowl. Whole family know this album, I'm Mona Lisa. Yo, boss is making beats, sounded like some key stuff.
Okay. Interesting way to end things. That's it. We've made it to the end. So it's time for my first thoughts off of my first listen to Where's My Head by Rich Brian. I've been waiting for this album for 6 years, man. 6 years. And I do think the wait was worth it. I do think this is a great album. This is a very solid album where Rich Brian does improve in a lot of aspects. You know, there's songs here where his singing sounds better than ever. There are songs here like Is It, where I don't really care for his singing. But for the most part, he did improve on the singing. I like the singing on Lil Ray of Light. I really liked his singing on Took a Breath. I thought that was spectacular. His rapping has improved as well. When he like really wants to lock in for a verse, he does an amazing job at rapping and even storytelling. That one track, Timezones, incredible work from Rich Brian. By far his best rapping performance in his life. The storytelling on that track is very captivating. It got me hooked from beginning to end. The way he adds some humor within that track as well was very well done. And there's a few tracks here where like the rapping is really solid, and I do see the improvement within his rapping, within his writing. But it's really Timezones where he showcased his improvement, his pen work, his rapping abilities, and showed to the world that he is an incredible rapper when he wants to be. Rich Brian also improved a lot on the producing side of things. You can really tell that he put a lot of care into every instrument. I think there was only one track where I'm iffy on the production. I think that was Serpents. But other than that, I thought the production was solid throughout the entire album. There's some beautiful moments, some menacing moments, some breezy, sunny moments within the production. The fact that he took care of everything on this album, the rapping, the singing, the songwriting, the production, is very impressive. Now, this isn't a perfect album. I feel like he could cut some fat. I felt like there's a lot of tracks here revolving around love and his struggles with that. So maybe cut out a few of those tracks here and there. But overall, this was a solid listen. It holds up to his previous work, The Sailor. I might still prefer The Sailor, but like the highs on this album are definitely on the same level as The Sailor, maybe even better, with tracks like Timezones, like Ma. There are several tracks here that I could argue that it is his best work yet. So yeah, overall, really enjoyed this listen. I hope it doesn't take 6 years for the next Rich Brian album. I hope this means that we get a bit more music from him here on out. Not asking for it every month or so, but every year or two. It would be nice to hear some more Rich Brian. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, I guess I'm done here. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, makes sense, right? Comment down below. What's your favorite song here? I mean, I guess I gotta say Timezones, but I want to shout out Ma. I want to shout out Lil Ray of Light. Jumpy is a cool hype track. Took a Breath is amazing as well. There's several great tracks here, but my answer is going to be Timezones. Let me know what your favorite track down below in the comments. If you like music related content like this, please subscribe, since that is what I do here. And if you're already subscribed and you want more of this for some reason, check out my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If you like basketball, more specifically NBA basketball, I have a basketball podcast. It's called Above the Rim Rundown, where we run down all things NBA. We're on like a short little break, but we'll be back real soon. But yeah, I'm done here. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Goodbye. Rubik's Cube ASMR. This is stupid.